City of Stevens Point Joint Review Board meeting, recorded August 2, 2021.
Okay, I have 8:30. We will call the Joint Review Board of the City of Stevens Point to order. I guess I could do a roll call. We have Chris Holman here from representing the county, from the school district. We have Mr. Owens. We have John Schleiss, who is our public member, and representing Mid-State Technical College. Greg, I assume that's you, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so we have everyone present. Also with us is Corey Laddick, our Comptroller Treasurer, and Dawn Gunderson-Scheel from Ellers, and I think we're good. So we will move along. The next item on the agenda, what did I miss? Okay. The next item on the agenda is consideration and appointment and/or reaffirmation of the Joint Review Board's public member. That is and has been John Schleiss, who is currently a member of the public, former Comptroller Treasurer for the City of Stevens Point. And I will make a motion that we reaffirm Mr. Schleiss's appointment as the board's public member. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. Owens. Any discussion there? Hearing none. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? That is approved. Congratulations, and I say that with a question mark. Next item on the agenda is the election of and/or reaffirmation of the chairperson. Currently, that has been myself. So I would open the floor for nominations.
I nominate Mike Wiesa.
Thank you. Okay, we have a motion and a second to nominate Mike Wiesa as chair. Motion was by Owens, second by Schleiss. Discussion or further nominations? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? And that is approved. Item number 5 is the discussion and of the responsibilities of the Joint Review Board. Corey, did you want to touch on that?
I think Dawn might.
Dawn, are you going to take care of that?
Yeah, I can do that, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay, Dawn, you are on.
Thank you. As many of you I know have served in this capacity before here in Stevens Point, and you are being asked to convene today as your organizational meeting to consider an amendment to the city's tax increment district number 5. And your roles are identified by statute as members of the overlapping taxing districts of the area that's included in, or the TIF district area that's being considered today. So today you'll affirm your public member and your chairperson, and you're certainly welcome to participate this evening for the public hearing, which will be held at 5 o'clock, or no, excuse me, at 6 o'clock, and followed by the Plan Commission, where they'll be considering this amendment as well. Following that action, if it's approved, it would go on to the City Council. That's expected to take place on the 16th of August. And you'll be asked to schedule another meeting as one of your agenda items today to come back for a final consideration. You'll be provided with all the public record. It's your responsibility to review that public record. That'll include the action by both the Plan Commission and the City Council. And at that meeting, you will then also have your own resolution to consider for final action on the amendment to District Number 5. So again, I know many of you have been through this process more than once, I think. So, but I'm happy to answer questions if you have any.
Does any member have questions? And even though there's nobody here from the public, I will open it up to the public for questions. We have none. Item number 6 is the review and discussion of the project plan. Dawn?
So you are all provided with a copy of the tax increment district amendment plan for district number 5. The purpose of this amendment is basically twofold. District number 5 is about 92 acres. It was created as the North Side Business District for the city back in 2005. It was previously amended to allow for sharing to a struggling tax increment district number 6. The city is requesting that it be amended again. They created a few new districts last year, and there's some initiatives they'd like to take place. So they want to just leave the capacity open for potential sharing for the recipient districts 10, 11, 12, and 13. We've identified the capacity for it to share. But again, the city will only undertake the need if the need should arise. And I'll let the city speak to that as well. The second piece is there's a significant road reconstruction necessary for Business District 51. And it's about a $10 million need out of this area to support and enhance the redevelopment efforts in this area. So we've incorporated, while that area had improvements identified in the original plan, we've allowed for the additional dollars that are anticipated as a project plan amendment. That has been taken in consideration in the cash flow before any sharing would be undertaken in the district as well. I'm happy to walk through any of the schedules if you'd like. If they did need to share, this would extend the life of this district to its full potential. But again, we're showing the full capacity to share. Again, the city will do that only as needed.
Thank you. Any questions? Okay. Comptroller or Community Development Director, do either of you have some additional comments?
Sure. So just really briefly, one of the reasons why we wanted to do this is, especially with TIF District 11 being an overlay district with TIF District 5, since they're both on the north side, we feel pretty strongly that it makes sense to allow the two TIF districts to share increments since they are in the same area. So that was one of the main reasons why we wanted to bring this forward, so that you can kind of have some pooled resources for north side redevelopment. And then another reason for this is often, TIF districts sort of start out in the hole as far as needing to make the investments in the area and then hoping to recover that with tax increments. So this is also an opportunity for us to start some of these new TIF districts on a more solid footing, so that if they need money, they're not advancing it from the general fund. They're not going into a lot of debt. They can sort of start out on a strong footing and then really continue that strength through the life of the district. And then the other big reason, and I talked about this with Dawn a little bit, is in the past we used to advance money from the general fund for TIF districts if a TIF needed a little bit of extra money. And the bond rating agencies have really taken a negative view of that. They see that as a big sign of financial weakness. So that's another challenge where sometimes if you have to do a development incentive for $400,000 or $500,000, it really doesn't make a lot of sense to issue debt for that small of an amount, especially considering the costs of doing a bond issuance. So in the past, sometimes we would just advance some money from the general fund to do that. Well, now with the bond rating agencies really focusing on that as a sign of financial weakness, it kind of takes away our ability to do that to an extent. So allowing for this sharing amendment is just really helpful as far as another way to accomplish some of those things without spending a lot of money doing a bond issuance for $500,000. So.
Thank you. Now, do we have any questions? not, I would entertain a motion.
Actually, Mayor, there's no action on today's meeting for the plan.
We don't need to send for order recommendation?
No, not necessary.
Oh, perfect then. Well, then what we have to do is move to item number 7, which is setting the next meeting date. It needs to be after August 16th.
Yeah, and this will require a 5-day publication notice for the meeting. And I think it's, Corey, if I'm not correct, that this is your plan then to review your annual reports at that meeting as well?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay, and we can publish it before council,
okay,
is that correct, Corey?
yeah.
We should be able to publish the meeting notice, so we could have the meeting as early as the 17th. So let's look at that. How's everybody's calendar look for the 17th?
This is Greg from Midstate. I am not available that day.
Okay, 18th?
I'm available the rest of the week, yes.
18th, good for me.
Yep, how about 8:30 on the 18th, Wednesday, the 18th?
That's good for me.
18 at 8:38.
Mike.
No.
We have conflict with the founder agreements that morning.
I've got 1 PM. I'm pretty sure it's 1.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think we're good on the 18th. If anything needs to change, I will let everybody know, but our next meeting tentatively then will be scheduled for Wednesday, August 18th at 8:30 a.m. Corey, can you take care of sending out the notice? I will create the link, and we will meet in this room and via Zoom, just like today. All good? All right, thank you then. Our agenda is exhausted, and we are adjourned at 8:42.
Videos of these meetings are available for viewing on the city's website, stevenspoint.com/videos.